What's up, my people, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Diamond, and in my last video, I talked about 5 uh-ohs that I learned as I was building my credit score. And one of the things I talked about was tracking your net worth. And I had people reach out on that video, as well as others, asking me, how do I track my net worth? How do you calculate your net worth? And that's exactly what this video is going to dig into. I'm going to show you how to use a simple pen and paper method to calculate your net worth, and I'm going to show you how to track it. I'm also going to take you into the tool that I use that tracks my net worth and automates the whole process. So you definitely want to stick around to the end. Now, before we get started, let's recap what a net worth is. We've all heard of net worth, and it's normally associated with celebrities, entertainers, or rich people. But the truth is, each and every soul has a net worth. We all are walking around with one, and we all should know how to calculate it, and we should definitely be tracking it. Because your net worth is just that. It's what you are financially worth. It's your assets minus liabilities. It's everything that you own minus everything that you owe. And it's a great way to see where you come from, where you're at, and where you're headed. So let's jump on a computer so I can show you how to calculate and track your net worth. For this example, I'm going to use a spreadsheet program, but you could just as easily do this with a pen and piece of paper. So if you want to grab that and follow along, feel free. For this here, I have my spreadsheet program set up, and when you're tracking your net worth, you're going to have 2 columns. One is going to be your assets column. The second one is going to be your liabilities column. So right here, you can see assets are things that you own, things that have value. So I pre-populated this list with a few items. This fictitious person has a home that's worth $250,000. They have vehicles that's worth $30,000. They have $15,000 in cash that they can get their hands on, and they have $45,000 in their retirement account. So right now, their total assets is $340,000. Their total net worth, you can see, is also $340,000. Now, when it comes to assets, it's not just the big items. It can be small things. Anything that you own that has value is an asset. So if you want to put in your jewelry, your stamp collection, your baseball card collection, whatever it is that you may own, you can put it in the asset column. But as you're going to see later in the video, I don't actually add things that I don't intend to use as a source of income in my net worth calculation. Because for me, my net worth calculation is not some superficial number. I'm actually tracking my net worth so I know when I hit my target and when I'm able to retire. But more on that later. And I'm sure each and every person out there wants to retire one day. No one wants to work until the day they die. So at what age do you want to retire? Comment down below and let me know, what is that number? What is that age that you want to retire? And what number do you think your net worth need to be in order for you to retire and be able to provide the life that you are envisioning for yourself? That's why tracking your net worth is so important. Now, in this second column, this is where things get interesting, because now we got to add in our liabilities. Now, we have our home that's $250,000. However, this same person has a mortgage balance of $225,000. Those cars that are valued at $30,000, unfortunately, this person bought brand new vehicles with no down payment, and they have a actual loan balance of $42,000. So they're a little bit upside down on those cars. And then they have a total of $25,000 in credit card debt. Did a small home improvement project there. And then they have student loan debts that equals $100,000. Let's throw that in there. Now you can see this person's total liabilities is $392,000. So when we take that number and subtract it from their assets, remember, what you own minus what you owe is your net worth. And you can see now this person's net worth is $52,000. And this is why I put up here, track what's important. It's important for us to track our net worth so we know exactly where we're starting from. Because obviously, you're not working and paying bills to walk around with a negative net worth. And that is not this person's goal either. So when I first tracked my net worth and sat down and did this, I had a negative number as well. But I didn't freak out about it because now it was time for me to hit the go button and figure out how to change that negative number into a positive number. I know people all over the world are talking about their credit score, and people want to track that and they're trying to improve that. But let's add net worth into the equation, because to put this another way, your credit score is what allows you to buy things. Your net worth is what allows you to pay for things. Now for this next portion, let's jump into the tool that I use, and that is Personal Capital. Now this is a tool that is free to use. You can sign up, you can link your accounts, and you can track your net worth automatically. Now, one caveat to that is once you hit $100,000 in net worth, you can't expect the company to give you a phone call and explain their services and offer their services to you. And they offer a full range of financial services. However, there's no obligation for you to use their services. And what I'm showing you here, you can use their tool for free. Now, I'm not sponsored by this company. If you want to find them, you just go to google.com, type in Personal Capital, or just go to personalcapital.com. You can sign up there. But I love this tool. It's pretty unique and pretty easy to use. So once you're logged in, you're going to hit the little plus sign here. You're going to start adding in all of your accounts. So if you have a bank account with Chase and a car loan with Bank of America, and you have investments with Vanguard, then you're going to add those accounts. And once those accounts are linked, now the system is going to go out and pull that data for you and start automatically updating those accounts. Now, I will say, because I know it's going to come up in the comments, I am graying out my net worth, and it's because I don't share my net worth with my own family members, so I'm surely not ready to share it with the internet. But that's also not the point of this video. What I will say is that before I started getting serious about my finances, my number was a negative number. And I've seen a 6-figure growth in my net worth since I started tracking it. And that's why I say track what's important. Track your net worth. So on the main screen here, you have your net worth at the top, you have your total assets here, and you have your liabilities. Now, each of these are drop-down menus, so you can see all of your accounts that you have linked, and you can see all of your investments that you have linked. But where I'm going to go is I'm going to dig into the overview and go into the net worth tool. And it's important that I mention that what I'm showing you is really only about 10% of what this program can do, maybe even 5%. But I just want to show you how you can use it to track your net worth. So when you click on the net worth tab, you actually have a graph here that shows your net worth, and you can see the changes, and you can go 90 days, 1 year, or a specific range, right? And then you have all of your accounts listed below. Over here you have your cash accounts. So it's a quick way to see all of your cash accounts. Then you have your investments. So this is where you're really tracking your net worth. If you're serious about building your net worth, then you're investing. And this is the tab that I like to look at. When you look over here, you have all of your accounts. It shows you your account types, the cash in those accounts. It even shows you things like your fund fee, how much are you paying per year in fees, and of course your account balance is there as well. So as you can see here in my investments, I have, things like my traditional IRAs and 401ks and rollover IRAs. I also have custodial IRAs for my child and even a 529. So I have all these different things added in here that's adding to my net worth. Now, when I click over here under credit, now I don't have any accounts linked because I don't have any debt. But if I did, or if you do, this is where you're going to go and link and add any credit accounts that you have. Loans is in the next tab. So this is going to be auto loans, personal loans, HELOCs. These are all loans that you can link. And then you have your mortgage. And lastly, if you have something, whether it's an asset or a liability that don't fall into one of those other categories, you can go right under here, click on link account, and instead come down here and hit more. And this is where you can add things like jewelry and art, and you can manually add credit cards or bank accounts or other assets or other liabilities. And what's going to happen is you can just give it a description and put a balance in there. And if it's a positive number, it's going to go under your assets. If it's something you owe, it's going to go under your liabilities. It goes without saying that if it's a manual account, then you will have to go in and manually update those balances. But any account that you link with your username and password, those are going to be automatically updated for you. And back here, we click on the All tab, and this graph here, like I said, I just started using this program earlier this year, and that's where you see this big spike. This is where I'm adding an account, and this is the daily change of the net worth. And this is why you don't want to track your net worth every single day, because it goes up and it goes down and it's all around. And if you get too caught up in this, you'll lose your mind. You may even go over here in your investments and start making changes to your investment based off of what happened to your net worth yesterday, which is a terrible financial plan. But this is a great way to track your net worth. And like I said, it's a lot more that this tool can do as far as helping you with financial planning, investing, budgeting. But I just wanted to show you the piece on tracking your net worth. I have many other videos coming on investing, 529s versus UTMAs, all the things that I'm dealing with in my life and the things I'm doing to build wealth. I'm going to be here putting videos out and sharing with you what worked and what didn't work. So if that's something that you're interested in, click the subscribe button and join the channel. So now that you know how to calculate your net worth and you have some tools at your disposal to track your net worth, I want to take it back to the original question. At what age do you want to retire? And what do your net worth need to be in order to make that a reality? And the reason that that is so important is because once you know what that number is, you can back out of that number to figure out what do you need to be doing each and every day. What do you need to be doing right now, tomorrow, next week, and next year to get you to that goal? This is something that I had to figure out. And for me, it started with me getting my mind right and getting focused. And then I had to get debt out my life so that I freed up the money I needed to one day be able to retire. And that is what this channel is about. It's about helping people get out of their situation so that they can overcome it and move forward to achieve the financial goals that they've set for themselves and their families in their life. If that's something, if that's a message that you can connect with and something you can get behind, then do me a favor and click the subscribe button and enable your notifications. And until next time, I'm Diamond. Peace.